Welcome back to Streamline Entertainment. It's Marvin speaking. We're going to get straight into a online from something from the Birmingham Mail, and it went on to say Jay Slater's friend who spent final day with the missing teen issue major update. And someone messaged me that they'd wanted me to do a video on Brandon Hodson, which is one of Jay's supposedly best friends. And it went on to say Jay Slater's friend who enjoyed a pool day rave with the missing teen before the 19-year-old vanished in Tenerife had given an update to police. Brandon Hodson, also 19, was snapped earlier with his arm slung around Jay at a poolside rave on day of the RG festival. Chatting to the Daily Mail at their Lancashire home, Brandon's mum Natalie revealed her boy was in touch with the Spanish cops and rubbished any talks of him going public with his side of the story. He is liaising with the police and that's all that matters, she insisted to the news outlet. Wow, this is sort of the first information that Brandon is actually talking to the police, because it said he's got a lot of online trolls basically sending him some really nasty messages in what happened in Jay's disappearance. And if he's talking to the police, then that is fair enough. There's not a lot we can do about it. And people turning nasty on him, that's bang out of order, especially that he is liaising with the authorities. He's got death threats and all sorts. Jay disappeared in a remote village in northwest Tenerife on June the 17th as he tried to walk back from his hotel in the Playa de las Americas after missing a bus. His pal Lucy Law shared an Instagram post of Jay and a crying face and a heart emoji. Another of Jay's friends, Bradley Hart, who is 19, was spotted at Tenerife South Airport on Sunday. Neither he or Miss Law have spoken publicly about how they came to be separated from the missing teenager. Jay's uncle, Glenn Duncan, said the family feel like they've been left on their own after police called off their own search. I mean, that was obviously going back a few weeks. So that was a little bit of information on Brandon. I'm going to do a little bit more on, so there is a part 2 and a couple of parts coming up as well. Just moving on to the second part, where some questions are asked by people online, but I'll play this little clip first.
So here we have Brandon Hodson, who was one of the friends on holiday in Tenerife with Jay Slater. As you may all be aware, Lucy has come forward, Brad has come forward. The only person that has yet to come forward is Brandon Hodson. Is there a reason why he has not come forward? Perhaps, could it be that he was one of the main characters in this disappearance? There is a lot of questions to be asked regarding this, and the answers will all be revealed soon.
That was that. Look, some of the messages, Brandon Hodgson is not a friend of Jay in Instagram, neither Facebook. Why would they were in the same place and something happened? Well, the answer to that question is, how do you know that at the end of the day? Because there were what I've heard, many people have said they were good friends for a long time. And just to put that, does he come from the UK or live on the island? I do not know. Yes, he lives there now. was Brandon in the car with Jay. I've rewatched Mark Williams' video. He did the other day say that there were 3 men in the car, and one of them, the third person, could have been Brandon. Well, we don't know that. We don't know that for sure, because Brandon has never actually confirmed that he was in the car. And why wouldn't he not say that? Don't you think that's a bit odd, that you're with your best friend? Brandon was said to have a black eye, and I'm just wondering whether that had a day or a few days before Jay went missing, which was quite odd. It makes you wonder who he was fighting with. Is it anything to do with AUP? It's I would like to see basically whether Brandon's story comes out, because he may be the missing link, but he is liaising with police. He's probably scared about the backlash he's been having for not making a statement earlier on, but there was probably legal reasons for that. We don't know, and I don't think people should pick on him and wait until, like I said, a statement does come out, or if it does come out, or the police release it, and listen to it from there. But if I've got any more information, I'll do a part 3. Is Brandon the second guy from the B&B whose name has not been named? I was blocked for asking who Brandon was on the Jay Slater Missing Facebook page. Wow. He's in the video footage at the church on Monday night that he has since, disappeared. There's so many sort of different questions and answers on him. Definitely a reason. And where is he now? In the UK? Well, he obviously lives in the UK. Apparently there's some CCTV, but the Spanish won't release it. It's seen on the news update earlier. That guy holding the watch in the back of the car. That's the guy holding the watch in the back of the car. Odd. The guy in the car with the watch was Brandon. No way was that Jay. The guy in the snap picture has a moustache. Did Jay suddenly grow attached in the car ride? Wow. I've been wondering what happened to him. He's not spoke. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of speculation of why his mum said, Natalie, that he's actually liaising with the police now. Is that with the British police of asking questions, or is that still with the Spanish police? I'm just looking for if there's anything of relevance in these messages. I am wondering if he was a second guy, as Johnny Vegas, that people are saying in the second guy has never been to Tenerife. Why has only Abdul been outed, not the second guy? Well, we know the second guy has actually come out now, Rocky, and has done a Q&A with AUP. Someone else said very, very dodgy. Well, look, I'll see if I can find some information. I'll do a part 3 and see what else I can find. So what we do know, this video goes back to 2022. I'll play the video quickly because it's only a short one. So it's obviously may have been Brandon's birthday there. Lucy May, she may want what happened, but what we do know is that Lucy May and Brandon Hodson have known each other for quite a while. It's known fact in Tenerife and Ibiza that she's a drug mule. Wow. Is that who was at the rave in the orange t-shirt? Jay Slater Insta live video on my page accepting all. She's always over there. She has photos from 2 years ago of a white church day was apparently spotted, but yet she says she doesn't know Tenerife. Oh my God, sounds like the voice on the beach. That is exactly the same voice on the beach too. Wow, that's interesting. That's interesting because it was said that Jay might have been stabbed on the beach, or her reiterating that someone had hurt Jay. That's Lucy May. Seems like Sugar Reef has a regular haunt for them in Tenerife. Any more interesting stuff on there? If you listen carefully, they're celebrating Brandon's birthday. I gathered that. If he was the same age as Jay, this would make him roughly about 7 to 18, I think. They're so young. So that was some of the comments there. This was another video which had some great points on it as well by Little Miss Vodka. This come out sometime before this. It's very interesting.
Haley's video about she's talking about where's Brandon, and she comes across with loads of points on there, and she's right, like, where the fuck is Brandon? Like, I've had loads of people commenting on my videos basically saying, like, why is no one talking about Brandon? Where does Brandon come into all these theories? And it's true, just fucked off back over to the UK, gone to a wedding and shit, like, living life, nothing happened. And that is really strange to me. It's like...
I'm just going to stop the video there. He has made a statement, but why didn't he come out before? Was he forced to make a statement so everyone says, yeah, he's done something now, but why so long after, let alone during Jay's disappearance, but so much after? That's really, really strange. And you're the best mate. If my best mate went missing, I wouldn't be at the news. I would be in it 24/7, trying to find as much information and give the authorities what I knew in detail. Wouldn't you, for your best friend?
And like, we don't have any statements or anything. And the only thing I can think of is that he is placed somewhere and he has like a full-on solid reason why he's no way in connection, or he doesn't know anything about the case, meaning he wasn't involved at all. Maybe he was on CCTV somewhere for those hours, or maybe someone backed up where he was. I don't know, but it's fucking weird. I want you guys to comment and tell me what you think about the possibilities of where Brandon is, because I don't have anything, not where he is, sorry, where he fits in this investigation, because I can't think of anything. I mean, I think Haley's, she's put a video up saying that he looks like Johnny Vegas. He could be getting called Johnny Vegas because he looks like him. I don't know. Yeah.
I do believe that someone else or a couple of other people were there at the Airbnb, and that's why one of the reasons Jay didn't stay there. But it is a lot of questions are still being asked why he suddenly made a statement, which I put on earlier in the video, and I think people have got the right to ask. But like I said, his mum Natalie said that he's actually talked to the authorities, and he keeps updating them with any questions they've asked, which is fair enough. The other thing that a lot of people are talking about as well is what happened on near the beach, and some inaudible of Lucy talking or screaming and shouting Jay's name, which has been out there for a little while, but I think so many people have looked into the case, and some of the main points have sort of been actually played down as well. Sure, some of the comments say Lucy has just seen Jay badly stabbed or dead in the bag. Look in the bag, and then she screams. Didn't they find him alive? So why has there not been an investigation? Yes, that's my thoughts, especially in this, is that it was put up, put down, put up, took off. It sounds like she said, I thought he wasn't going to get stabbed. I think I heard they are in the blanket. I think I heard that must be they are in the blanket. The Maruba boat comes in same time. They said, look. They said, let me look at the crab. Oh no way, oh no way. I don't get that, to be honest with you. I don't think that. Last sentence, they're in the blanket, or throw on a blanket. There is no sound on them CCTV. It sounds like someone knew he was going to get stabbed and shouted to him to run, Jay run. So either he was murdered and took there, then to the mountains. I don't know, it's very strange. It needs to be investigated. Something calls him a bad boy. Sounds like a vendetta. Boy 2 says he's gone. Boy 3 shouts about Jay. Girl 1 says, I thought he was going to get stabbed. Oh Jay, oh Jay. That's what I thought I heard. Did she say so? I'm sorry? How sad, haunting. She needs to explain this truthfully. She says she's sorry, then starts sobbing. Oh Jay, then says, what have I done? Something tells me they gave them the bag to look while Jay and whoever was in an argument with Jay got killed and then washed away in the sea. That's what I think anyway. What's dismembered in the bag. I think the start says something like he weren't meant to get stabbed. Wow, there's so many comments which goes on and on and on in what people are actually thinking, what was being said there. But this is absolutely crazy, and this video was out a while. I remember hearing it and I thought, this is really, really haunting. It sounds like he's been taken there and promised he'd be safe, and it turned out to be a trap. However, this is truly haunting. How do we know it's Lucy? It could be anyone. But where does the audio recording come from? Yeah, who's recording it? So sounds like Lucy May knows a lot more than what she's letting on. I'm just wondering whether the police are still investigating that and still talking to Lucy, as I think she's the one who knows what's gone on. Probably Brad and Brandon as well, I think. That's odd. And it was funny because Abe said something about what happened the night before. It makes you wonder, was that the night that Jay was stabbed or hurt? It's very, very, very painful to hear that. Yeah, it's very, very, very confusing, but I guess we just have to let the police investigate that, if they've not already. I do think Lucy is the key in this. I found a clip from Top Level this is interesting to what he has to say. I'm going to play the clip. If I do pause it, I'll comment.
Look at Lucy Law's Facebook page. You know, she seems to be living a very lavish lifestyle. And the same goes with Ayub Kassim. You know, he seems to be living a dream life where he's constantly traveling around the world, enjoying himself, spending money. Ayub Kassim has a history of using people to work for him, especially women. Is it possible that Lucy Law is working with Ayub Kassim? And is Lucy Law some sort of drug mule? Because that's how it looks. Now they're both really, really young to be living this sort of lifestyle. You know, Ayub boasts about it, you know, boasts about how he travels everywhere and how he's living the dream. They're not hiding it. You know, they're showing these pictures online, you know, them being on things like yachts and going to the best and most expensive nightclubs around the world. I mean, is it a coincidence that Ayub was in Tenerife at the same time as Lucy Law? I mean, we know that they're friends now.
Yeah, did you know the group of friends? Of course I did. Like, of course I did. Like, how else would I be around, like, do you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like, we was doing our own things, by the way. Like, we weren't out together, because I don't listen to, like, that music that they were playing in our G, do you know what I mean?
That just sounds like, to me, he's just trying to cover up that he doesn't know them that well. He's just like comes across them, or knew Lucy May. She's definitely working for him, 100% definitely working for him, and they both know what happened to Jay. And I think that Ayub, he done the Q&A because he doesn't want people asking Lucy and Brad of what happened, because they're more likely to break and tell the truth.
It's not my thing. We went somewhere else. We went to the AU, you know, Charlie Sloth's cafe and Big Nasty. Big them up as well, doing good stuff.
So did they plan to meet each other up there? Did they bump into each other there? Or like I said, was this all planned from the beginning? Now some of you may be thinking, why would Lucy do that to her friend? Why would she want to hurt Jay? Well guys, there could be a number of reasons, you know. They could have been in a relationship. Maybe Jay cheated on her. We don't know.
That's a massive possibility. I did actually put that in one of the videos. But I still go with the scenario is something to do about his past. Someone messaged me and said that basically that Jay robbed someone he knows, Nan's house, and that weren't that long ago. This is what I heard, so it could have been a bit of beef over that. But it tells me, what it tells me, there was a lot of beef, obviously, from what happened to Tom back in the day. There's been a lot of strange things happening after that in their area. I do think it's something to do with people he knows from back home. I really, really do, in the collective videos that I've recorded.
You know, maybe somehow Jay has upset or hurt Lucy, and she's told her friend, Ayub, to deal with him on holiday. Maybe she loves Jay, and Jay fell in love with somebody else. You know, there's so many possibilities of why she would want to take Jay's life. Everything about this points towards it being a setup. Even the B&B where it was booked in such a remote location, away from all civilization. Now why would somebody have an Airbnb booked there, so far away from the nightlife? And on top of that, it was booked in a different name.
Why did you book Mascot B&B in a different name? You didn't put nothing in my name. Like, what are you on about? Like, what is you even talking about? Look, she said
it was booked in the name of Abdul. So you got a B&B that's really far away. It's been booked in a different name. It's also been booked in a location where there's not many people in the early hours or at night time. It's also been booked in an area where there's cliffs and mountains where somebody could easily fall, trip and die. you bump into your friend Lucy while you're on holiday, and somehow her friend goes back with you at the end of a night in a remote location miles away from his own hotel that you've planned out. You've chosen this place beforehand for a reason.
He's chosen that place for a reason, because we know that the Airbnb, the B&B owners, Airbnb owners are a bit dodgy. We do know that, and I've done videos on that, of the owner having a few properties there and in Greece as well. I think they used them, and they even the funny thing about it, they wasn't even there very long. And the night before has come up a lot by Aya basically saying that something happened the night before, but he didn't go into detail, and someone else mentioned a friendly fight with Hodgie. Had a lot of friends falling out. Why? I do think Brandon knows a lot, but I think he may be afraid to say anything. But I think Lucy May is definitely the key into talking, if anyone talks, and then blurt it out to the police. I think, was it a setup? 100%. I do agree.
And this poor lad runs off in the opposite direction with a dead battery, with no water, and he ends up at the bottom of a cliff. And we, the public, are not supposed to find this suspicious. That's completely ridiculous. Why did the Spanish police not find any of this suspicious? It sounds like they're almost involved. Are they involved in some sort of cover-up? Ayub Kassim wants us to believe all of this was just an accident. In his words, this was just a tragic accident.
Mate, what do you reckon happened to him? Bro, he had a tragic accident, like. He had a tragic accident, like. You know what's like? You know what's like?
I wonder if Ayub Kassim and Lucy Law know anything more than what they're telling us. Guys, it couldn't be so obvious that they're trying to bury the truth. This case stinks.
Bro, with you, man. He asked me, bro. I didn't invite no one, right?
That was brilliant, I thought, by Top Level, and he really put it out there. And it's becoming, like I said, that Lucy May was highly involved in this, but will it ever be proven? We don't know unless anyone talks. Thank you for the new subscribers and the old subscribers who've supported me from day one. Appreciate you, and like the video. And I do try to get back to so many people, even if it's just a like, or if it's a really good comment, then I do write up and say, look, thank you. I do appreciate you. Take care wherever you are in the world.